Hi, I'd like to take the opportunity to share with you some information about another race here in Monroe County. And this is for the position of county treasurer. Our Republican candidate is Teresa Johnson. And you've probably seen the flyers and perhaps you know Teresa. So thinking about this, I thought when I consider who is going to get my vote, I like to consider in terms of experience, background, job performance, and character. And originally I was going to talk about job performance and character, job performance and experience, but I thought I'd start off with character. An important thing to know about Teresa is she is not a political activist. She's nonpartisan. She is not someone who enjoys getting out there and promoting herself. In fact, it's hard for her to do so. She is a loving person, not a mean bone in her body. And one thing I can say about Teresa is that she can hold her head up because she conducts herself with grace and sincerity. And so I just wanted to give you that insight that her character is just stellar. And I think part of the way we see that is how she's been active in our community, who she relates to, what she participates in. She's born and raised in Monroe County, her husband as well, and they are connected and welcoming to long-term residents, new residents. They're just so active in the community. Teresa has been involved in the Little League, in the Rotary, in her church, in United Way, in the Chamber of Commerce. They're involved in local hunting clubs. They're just so connected and active. However, a really telling aspect about Teresa's character is how she conducted herself during a family's time of great need. One of their daughters suffered from cancer, and it was serious. And as many of us have experienced this in our family, it's a devastating time. And when everything works out and it's behind you, many of us just move forward. We kind of put it past us. Why do we want to dwell on this difficult time in our family's life? Not Teresa and her husband. Knowing what they went through and seeing the need in that aspect of our community and society, they have for 4 years now conducted an annual fundraiser that has raised over $100,000 for cancer awareness. What an achievement to be proud of. And I'm proud of Teresa and how she saw a need and rose to it. Now, as far as working as our county treasurer, she's done this for 8 years. She came into the job with 40 years of banking knowledge and experience. From someone who doesn't even balance her checkbook, I'm impressed. But as she stepped into the office, she could see that there were strategies that could be employed, that she could organize where the money was and get interest for the county. Remarkably, in the 8 years that she has served as county treasurer, she has earned this county over $13 million. $13 million that we as the taxpayer did not have to pony up. She has saved us money by running her office efficiently, incorporating new technology at no additional cost. So I don't know how she managed that, because we all know technology costs a lot. She has run things so efficiently. And then take a look at what the job does. She's issuing dog licenses, doing fishing, hunting, sportsman's permits, small games of chance, and bingo licenses. But one of the areas where she's garnered a lot of efficient work is through the hotel tax certificates and the Airbnb taxes. That's generated a lot of money. And so those taxes go to the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau. So what an amazing boost to the industry that is a primary industry here in the Pocono Mountains. Now, she was able to do this through her knowledge and wherewithal on how to organize these investments. Now, finally, I would like to say you can't ask for a better summation of someone doing a good job as the county treasurer. And I would say if you're on a ship and the captain of the ship has it going in the right direction, why would you change the captain of the ship? We need to see Teresa Johnson go forward in this position. She's done the job beautifully. She's done the right thing by our county, and we can't fault her in any way in her job performance. In addition, she's had a flyer out and she has a whole slew of endorsements of people, prominent people here in the county, some of them former county commissioners who are well aware of the scope of the job, and they're 100% behind Teresa Johnson. I hope you are as well. She deserves your vote. And I would end with saying, if you have the chance, call Teresa, talk to Teresa, meet Teresa, and you'll understand everything I said about her character. She is a sweet and smart person, dedicated to her job, and thus dedicated to us. And the ballots are in, or the mail-in ballots are out. She's listed as treasurer. There's her name. Bubble it in. If you're using the mail-in ballot, I want to remind you, sign the outside of the return ballot. That's very important. Date it as the directions indicate. Fold your ballot and put it in the secrecy or privacy envelope. Insert that in the mailing envelope. So those steps are critical. So make sure you do that. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.